You are not a name, not a role, not a title, not a body, not even a story. You are not the accumulation of your past experiences, nor are you the echo of other people's opinions. You are not defined by the mistakes you've made, the pain you've endured, or the victories you've celebrated. All of those are simply chapters, scenes, ripples on the surface of a vast and eternal ocean. They are moments, but you, dear one, are not a moment. You are the ocean. You are the presence that witnesses it all. You are not a human being with a soul. You are a soul having a human moment. And this moment, this breath, is sacred. For in this very breath, if you are willing to listen closely, you will feel the truth humming beneath the noise of your thoughts. You will feel the eternal self that has never been wounded, never been lost, never been abandoned. You will feel the you that existed before this world named you, and that you is not broken, that you is not confused, that you is not lacking, that you is divine, eternal, and free. We have been conditioned to believe we are fragments, wandering bodies in search of wholeness. We've been trained to chase, to strive, to compare, to compete, to wear masks just to be accepted. But none of that is who you are. Your soul is not interested in what the ego craves. It is not seeking applause. It does not care for popularity, performance, or perfection. The soul is after something quieter, something deeper. It is after peace, presence, truth, and it will keep calling you home until you remember. You came into this world trailing clouds of glory, as William Wordsworth once said. You didn't come here to prove your worth, you came here to embody it. You didn't come here to be something, you came here to remember you already are. You are not here to survive your life. You are here to awaken within it. The problem is never the pain. The problem is the identity that clings to the pain. The soul can experience sadness, but it never identifies with it. The soul can witness anger, but it does not become angry. The soul sees all, allows all, embraces all, but remains untouched by any of it. It is like the sky, holding every storm, but never becoming the storm. It is like the light, revealing every shadow, but never being diminished by the shadow. You are that light. And yet we forget. We fall asleep in the dream of form. We think we are the costume we're wearing, this temporary body, this fleeting name, this collection of thoughts and habits. We lose ourselves in roles. Mother, father, worker, warrior, victim, hero. We get tangled in stories, I am this because that happened. But that is not the soul, that is not you. That is the ego's voice whispering fear into your mind and calling it truth. It is the conditioned self clinging to illusion. The soul doesn't cling, it flows. Every time you feel afraid, every time you feel not enough, every time you feel lost, it's not because you're broken. It's because you're identifying with the wrong thing. You've forgotten who you are. You've mistaken the clouds for the sky. But you can return. You can always return. The truth of you is never gone, only buried under the noise. Stillness is the doorway. Silence is the teacher. Awareness is the key. When you become still enough to observe your thoughts without becoming them, when you sit in silence long enough to hear the subtle whisper of grace, you will remember, I am not the thinker of the thought. I am the awareness behind the thought. I am not the pain. I am the space that holds the pain. I am not the body. I am the consciousness animating it. And once you know this, truly know it, fear begins to unravel. The need for control begins to dissolve. You no longer chase the world for validation because you realize the world cannot give you what you already are. You no longer fight reality because the soul is not in conflict with life, it is in communion with it. The soul does not resist what is. It sees the perfection in every unfolding, even the painful ones. There are no accidents in the soul's journey. Not a single tear is wasted. Not a single heartbreak is in vain. Even the detours are part of the path. Even the delays are divine timing. What the ego calls a mistake, the soul calls a lesson. What the ego calls a failure, the soul calls redirection. What the ego calls a loss, the soul calls release. Nothing is against you. Everything is awakening you. You did not come here to carry shame. You did not come here to dwell in regret. You came here to express light, to learn, to love, to expand. You are not here to be perfect. You are here to be real. And real means remembering that even in your mess, even in your weakness, even in your confusion, the light of the soul still burns untouched within you. You do not need to fix yourself. You need to remember yourself. You need to stop identifying with the mud and start remembering you are the lotus. You need to stop arguing for your limitations and start affirming your divinity. You are not a problem to solve. You are a presence to embody. So many of us are waiting for something outside to change before we give ourselves permission to feel whole. We say, I'll be at peace when they apologize, when I find love, when I lose the weight, when the past is different. But the soul doesn't live in the future. It doesn't dwell in the past. The soul lives only here now in the eternal unfolding of this breath. Peace is not a reward for fixing everything. It is a choice to let go of trying to fix anything and instead rest in what already is. And what is always enough. The miracle of life is not something you find. It's something you notice. The grass still grows without your permission. The sun still rises without your approval. Your heart beats in your chest while you sleep. Life does not need your control, it needs your trust. When you release your grip, you rise. When you surrender your resistance, you awaken. When you stop grasping for what you think you lack, you remember you lack nothing. You are not the seeker. You are what is sought. No title, no trauma, no temporary failure has ever been powerful enough to alter the truth of your being. You are not this chapter. You are not this moment's emotion. You are not what they called you. You are not even the version of yourself you've been rehearsing in your mind. You are the soul beneath it all. You are the stillness behind the noise. You are the I am. And the moment you stop trying to become and simply rest in being, a door opens, a light returns, a deep breath expands your chest, and you remember, I have always been this. I have always been whole. I have always been home. You are not broken, you are breaking open. Let the tears fall if they must. Let the anger rise and pass. Let the grief move through like a river, but do not build your home there. Do not confuse the weather for the sky. Feel it all, yes, but identify with none of it. You are the awareness that watches the storm, and after the rain, the garden always blooms. You are a soul. You are love. You are light in human form. And so, as you sit in the silence of this moment, not searching, not grasping, not striving, something ancient awakens within you. A remembering, a soft return, a holy rising of what has always been true but long forgotten, that you were never disconnected, never lacking, never separate from the source of all. You only believed you were. The soul cannot be broken, only buried beneath illusion. And now the illusion begins to dissolve. The human moment is temporary, but the soul is eternal. The body changes, the roles shift, the circumstances rise and fall, but the soul is untouched by time. It has no age, no wounds, no limits. It is not concerned with the opinions of others. It is not defined by history. It does not panic in uncertainty. The soul is the stillness behind every breath. It is the vastness behind your eyes. It is the silence that surrounds every thought. And it is this eternal you, not the persona, not the performer, but the pure, boundless awareness that is living this life. So when you are hurt, return to the soul. When you feel lost, return to the soul. When you are confused, rejected, overwhelmed, misunderstood, return to the soul. For it is not touched by these things. These are experiences, not definitions. They are clouds, not the sky. The soul is always steady, always aware, always at peace. Let this be the practice. Instead of fixing the self-image, reveal the soul. Instead of controlling the outcome, surrender to the unfolding. Instead of trying to get somewhere, arrive here, because the only place the soul has ever lived is now. You are not on a journey to become something better. You are on a journey of remembering what you already are. The acorn does not become an oak by chasing growth. It becomes an oak by surrendering to what it already contains. You are no different. Within you is the divine blueprint. Not a blueprint for what you must achieve, but for what you already embody. Your worth is not in what you do, it's in what you are. You are not your performance, you are presence itself. You have not failed because you hurt. You have not failed because you doubt. You have not failed because you forgot. Forgetting is part of the path. Even Jesus cried out on the cross, "Why have you forsaken me?" That was not failure. That was the human moment. But the soul never left. The soul always knows. It watches, it waits, it whispers, and at every moment you return to it, the illusion loses power. Do not try to polish the ego into enlightenment. It cannot be done. The ego wants to win. The soul wants to awaken. The ego wants validation. The soul wants truth. The ego fears death. The soul knows there is no death, only transformation, only return, only expansion into what cannot die. You are not here to cling to form. You are here to become formless. Not empty, but spacious. Not passive, but surrendered. Not numb, but deeply, radically alive. When you are rooted in soul, life no longer feels like a fight. It becomes a flow. And in that flow, you stop asking, how can I get what I want? And begin asking, how can I be what I already am? Peace is not the absence of pain. It is the presence of truth. Joy is not the absence of struggle. It is the light that lives in the midst of it. Freedom is not about escaping the body. It is about awakening within it. Your divinity does not depend on what you've done or failed to do. It is your essence, your birthright. You are not climbing toward heaven. You are remembering you never left. Every breath is a doorway to return. And in this return, miracles happen not because the outer world bends to your will, but because your perception is healed. You no longer see through the eyes of fear. You see through the eyes of the soul. And what you once called enemies become teachers. What you once feared becomes fuel. What you once resisted becomes grace. The ego says, I am this body. The soul says, I am that I am. The ego says, I am what I have, what I do, what others think of me. The soul says, I am awareness itself, untouched, unthreatened, free. The ego builds identities, the soul dissolves them, and in that dissolution, there is peace. Not because you gain something, but because you stopped pretending to be what you're not. This is not a philosophy. It is a remembering, a direct experience. And it is not reserved for saints, monks, or mystics. It is your inheritance, right here, right now. You don't need to earn your soul. You only need to stop covering it. Everything you seek is within. The love you chase is already yours. The clarity you crave is already here. The strength you beg for is already alive inside your being. You do not need more self-improvement. You need self-remembering. And the self is not the image in the mirror. It is not the story in your mind. It is not the projection in their eyes. The self is the silence that remains when all those things fall away. You are the observer, not the object. The awareness, not the thought. The space, not the form. You are not what happens, you are the one it happens within. And the more you rest in this truth, the less you are shaken by what comes and goes. Let the winds blow. Let the seasons change. Let life be what it is. You are not here to manipulate reality into comfort. You are here to wake up. And sometimes waking up feels like fire. But it is a holy fire. It does not destroy you. It burns away everything you are not. It is the fire of purification, the fire of clarity, the fire of truth. And in its glow, you find that you no longer need to defend yourself. You no longer need to prove your worth. You no longer need to be anything but what you are. Just imagine the weight that would fall from your shoulders if you stopped trying to earn love and simply realized you are love. Imagine the freedom of letting go of every story that said you're not enough and realizing those were never your stories to begin with. Imagine walking through this life not as someone chasing healing, but as healing itself. That is the soul. That is who you are. So take this moment, this holy moment, and breathe into the truth of who you are. Not the version of you that the world demanded, not the edited, filtered self you've tried to maintain, but the eternal you, the breath before name you, the stardust and spirit you, the you that was never born and cannot die, the you that is awareness itself, housed only temporarily in this body, in this time, in this story. You are not the pain that happened to you. You are the one who felt it, survived it, observed it, and transcended it. You are not the voice in your head that says you're not enough. You are the awareness that hears that voice and knows it's lying. You are not the narrative of your limitations. You are the silent witness to it all, the soul, infinite and ever expanding. And when you realize this, not just intellectually, but in your being, in your bones, in your breath, then every cell begins to sing a different song. A song of remembering, a song of return, a song of freedom. There is a sacred intelligence moving through your life. It is not random. It is not chaotic. It is not punishing you. It is you. It is the same force that causes your heart to beat, your lungs to rise, your tears to fall. It is not outside of you. It is not above you. It is not behind some veil you must beg to see through. It is within you, alive, present, radiant, and it has been guiding you all along. This human moment, as difficult as it can be, is not a detour from your divinity. It is the doorway to it. The discomfort, the heartbreak, the uncertainty, they are not signs that something has gone wrong. They are invitations to go deeper, to break the shell, to remember the soul. You were not sent here to suffer endlessly in the name of growth. You were sent here to feel deeply, to awaken compassion, to return to the truth. And in that return, you do not become more, you become less. Less attached, less afraid, less invested in the illusions of ego. And in becoming less, you remember that you are already whole. The soul does not need a title. The soul does not need a trophy. The soul is not concerned with being liked, approved of, or applauded. The soul is only interested in truth, and truth always liberates, even if it breaks you open first. So don't resist the breaking. The caterpillar doesn't resist the cocoon, though it feels like death. The seed doesn't resist the soil, though it feels like darkness. And you don't need to resist this moment. Let it do what it came to do. Let it peel away what you are not. Let it strip the masks, burn the false identities, crack the shell of the small self so that the light can get in. And when it does, when you stop clinging to who you thought you were, when you stop mourning the life that no longer fits, when you surrender the image you work so hard to protect, you will feel something rise in you that is older than fear and deeper than pain. You will feel the soul, and it will not shout, it will not beg, it will not bargain. It will simply say, welcome home. That is the voice of the divine within you. It does not judge, it does not condemn, it does not keep score. It simply holds you in presence, always has, always will. You may have wandered in the world's ideas of who you are, but your soul has never wandered from you. It has always been the lighthouse in the fog, waiting for your return. So come back now. Not tomorrow, not when you're healed, not when you've fixed everything. Come back now in your imperfection, in your confusion, in your humanity. The soul doesn't need you to be perfect. It just needs you to be present. Let the tears fall if they must. Let the emotions rise and pass. Let yourself be fully human and fully divine. This is not a contradiction. This is the sacred paradox. You were born to remember that you are both the wave and the ocean, both the breath and the breath giver, both the experience and the experiencer. You are not merely having a spiritual experience, you are the spiritual experience. The trees do not struggle to be rooted. The river does not force itself to flow. The stars do not beg to shine. And you do not have to earn your divinity. You only need to stop forgetting it. Everything in nature exists effortlessly as what it is. You were meant to do the same. Stop trying to become. Start allowing yourself to be. Because what you are is not lacking. What you are is not waiting. What you are is the miracle you've been searching for. Now, in this breath, allow yourself to feel the magnitude of what it means to be a soul having a human moment. Let it humble you. Let it soften you. Let it awaken you to the sacredness of every step you've taken, every lesson you've lived, every breath you've survived. None of it was wasted. All of it brought you here to this remembrance. And now you choose. You choose whether you will continue to wear the costume of not enough or whether you will stand in the naked truth of your eternal worth. You choose whether you will live from the illusion of ego or the power of soul. You choose whether you will walk through life asleep in your roles or awake in your essence. The world will keep inviting you to forget. It will keep selling you stories of separation, inadequacy, and fear. But the soul is not concerned with the noise. The soul listens only to stillness. The soul bows only to truth. And the truth is this: you were never lost. You were dreaming. And now you are waking up. Then take this breath, this holy, present breath, as an invitation to cross the threshold. Not into something new, but into what has always been here, waiting in silence beneath your striving, your story, your fear. Cross not forward, but inward. The soul doesn't move toward truth, it dissolves into it. It doesn't climb to heaven, it remembers it was never apart from it. You are not on a path to become more divine. You are simply shedding the layers that kept you blind to what you already are. Every fear you've ever faced, every heartbreak you've endured, every moment of stillness that whispered your name, all of it was grace disguised as circumstance. All of it was the soul calling you home. And now you are home, not in a place, not in a possession, not in a role, but in the recognition, the sacred recognition that the life you've been searching for is the one you're living, that the peace you've longed for is the silence inside your chest, that the God you've prayed to is not beyond the clouds, but within your breath, in your stillness, in your presence. Let the illusion of separation fall away now. Let the old identity dissolve like fog in morning light. The soul is not defined by history. It is not imprisoned by trauma. It is not bound by belief. The soul is free, always was, always will be. And that freedom, it's not something you chase. It's something you remember. You are not bound. You are not lacking. You are not what happened to you. You are the witness, the spacious presence, the silent I am beneath all becoming. And when you finally allow yourself to rest there, truly, rest, something ancient opens in your chest like a blooming star. Not an idea, not a concept, a knowing. And that knowing says, I am not this name. I am not this fear. I am not this past. I am not this body. I am the soul. I am the light. I am the breath of the eternal dressed in human skin. Let this remembering take root in your being. Walk through the world now as a soul, aware of its clothing. Let the experiences come, but do not cling. Let the emotions rise, but do not drown. Let the people come and go, but remain grounded in the only constant, your eternal presence. You don't need to defend yourself anymore. The truth doesn't argue. You don't need to rush anymore. The soul has no deadlines. You don't need to grasp anymore. The moment is enough. So live now with your heart open and your hands empty. Let the river of life move through you freely. Let grace flood your breath. Let each step be less about effort and more about surrender. Less about proving and more about being. And if the world calls you crazy for choosing peace over pride, stillness over noise, love over armor, smile gently. You are not here to be understood by the sleepwalkers. You are here to remember, and in doing so, to wake others with your presence. You are not here to carry the pain of your ancestors. You are here to transmute it. You are not here to repeat the past. You are here to end cycles. You are not here to conform. You are here to remember. And when you remember, truly remember, there is no more seeking, no more grasping, only breathing, only presence, only now. So bow your head to the silence within you. It is holy. Place your hand on your heart. It is a temple. Close your eyes and feel the radiant vastness that lives behind them. There is no need to chant, no need to recite, no need to perform. Just be. For in the stillness of being, the soul speaks, and it whispers like a sacred echo from the origin of all things. You are not a human being with a soul. You are a soul having a brief, beautiful, sacred human moment. Let that truth ring in your being like a soft thunder. And in the silence that follows, be free, be still, be light, be love. You have always been. You will always be. And now you remember.
Imagine, if you will, that you are standing before a vast, infinite sea of potential. This sea is not outside of you, but within you. It is the wellspring of all that is, was, and ever will be. And you, my dear friend, are the master of this sea. With every thought, with every feeling, with every declaration of I am, you are shaping the very fabric of your reality. Let us begin our morning affirmations with the recognition of abundance. Close your eyes for a moment and feel the truth of these words as I speak them. I am abundance. These words are not a plea to the universe, not a hope for some future state. They are a declaration of what is already true, here and now. As you breathe in, feel the abundance that surrounds you, that permeates every cell of your being. The air you breathe is abundant, freely given. The thoughts in your mind are abundant, flowing ceaselessly. The love in your heart is abundant, expanding with each beat. Now let the feeling of abundance grow within you. See it as a golden light radiating from the center of your chest, expanding outward, touching every aspect of your life. Your bank account is filled with this golden light of abundance. Your relationships are infused with it. Your health glows with it. I am abundance is not a statement of what you wish to be. It is an acknowledgement of what you already are. As this feeling of abundance settles into your being, let us turn our attention to self-love. For without self-love, how can we truly experience the fullness of life? Repeat after me, not just with your lips, but with your entire being, I am love. Feel these words resonate within you. You are not seeking love from outside sources. You are the very source of love itself. Every cell in your body is vibrating with this truth. Imagine now that you are standing before a mirror. Look into your own eyes and see the divine spark that resides there. This is not vanity. This is recognition of your true nature. As you gaze upon your reflection, say to yourself, I am worthy of love. I am deserving of all good things. I am beautiful inside and out. Let these words sink deep into your consciousness, erasing any doubt, any self-criticism that may have taken root. The love you feel for yourself begins to overflow, touching every aspect of your life. Your relationships become more harmonious because you no longer seek validation from others. You are complete within yourself. Your work becomes more fulfilling because you approach it from a place of self-respect and inner confidence. Your health improves because you treat your body as the temple it truly is. Now let us turn our attention to prosperity. The word prosperity comes from the Latin prosperus, meaning doing well. And my friends, you are doing well, for you are one with the source of all prosperity. Declare with conviction, I am prosperity. Feel the weight of these words, the power they hold. Prosperity is not just about money, though financial abundance is certainly a part of it. True prosperity is a state of thriving in all areas of life. See yourself walking through your day surrounded by an aura of prosperity. Every step you take is on fertile ground. Every word you speak plants seeds of abundance. Every thought you think is aligned with the infinite riches of the universe. You are not chasing after prosperity. You are prosperity itself, manifesting in human form. As you embody this state of prosperity, notice how opportunities seem to appear out of nowhere. Doors that were once closed now open effortlessly. The right people come into your life at just the right time. Resources you need become available to you. This is not coincidence. This is the natural result of aligning yourself with the truth of your being. Let us now focus on success. What is success but the natural unfolding of your divine potential? Say to yourself with unwavering faith, I am success. Success is not something to be achieved in the future. It is your current state of being. Every breath you take is a success. Every moment you exist is a triumph of creation. Imagine success is a radiant light emanating from within you. This light touches everything you do, everything you are. Your very presence brings success to every situation. When you enter a room, success enters with you. When you engage in a project, success is already assured. This is not arrogance. This is alignment with your true nature. As you go about your day, carry this consciousness of success with you. See every interaction, every task, every challenge is an opportunity to express your innate success. You cannot fail, for failure is merely a judgment, and you have risen above such limited thinking. You are success itself, expressing through your unique talents and gifts. Now let us turn our hearts and minds to gratitude. Gratitude is the key that unlocks the fullness of life. It is the recognition that all is well, that all is as it should be. Declare with all your heart, I am gratitude. Feel the shift that occurs within you as you say these words. The world around you seems to brighten, to come alive in new ways. Gratitude is not just a feeling, it is a state of being. As you embody gratitude, you become a magnet for more blessings, more reasons to be grateful. Start with the simplest things, the air you breathe, the ground beneath your feet, the beating of your heart. Express gratitude for these and watch how your awareness of blessings expands. See yourself moving through your day in a state of constant gratitude. Every person you meet is a gift. Every experience, whether perceived as positive or negative, is an opportunity for growth and learning. Every challenge is a stepping stone to greater strength and wisdom. As you embody gratitude, you will find that your entire perspective shifts. What once seemed ordinary now reveals its extraordinary nature. My dear friends, as we continue this morning's affirmations, let us delve deeper into the power of the I am statement. For in these two simple words lies the secret to transforming your entire existence. When you declare I am, you are aligning yourself with the creative force of the universe. You are stepping into your role as a co-creator of your reality. Let us now explore how these affirmations of abundance, self-love, prosperity, success, and gratitude in trade create a tapestry of a life well lived. For each of these aspects is not separate from the others, but rather interconnected, each supporting and enhancing the others. As you declare I am abundance, Feel how this naturally flows into self-love. For when you recognize the abundance within and around you, how can you not love yourself? You are a vessel for this abundance, a channel through which it flows into the world. Love yourself for this sacred role you play in the grand design of life. And as self-love grows within you, watch how it nurtures the seeds of prosperity. For when you truly love yourself, you naturally align with experiences and opportunities that reflect this love back to you. You no longer settle for less than you deserve in your relationships, in your work, in any area of your life. Prosperity becomes your natural state, for you are in harmony with the abundant nature of the universe. Prosperity in turn supports your success. When you no longer worry about lack, when you know in the depths of your being that all your needs are always met, you are free to focus on expressing your unique gifts. Success is no longer a destination to be reached, but a journey to be enjoyed. Every step you take is a success because it is an expression of your true self. And with success comes an even deeper sense of gratitude. You are grateful not just for what you have, but for who you are. You are grateful for the journey, for the lessons learned, for the growth experienced. This gratitude then circles back, reinforcing your sense of abundance, and the cycle continues, ever expanding, ever enriching your life. Now, let us take a moment to address any doubts that may arise as you practice these affirmations. It is natural for the human mind to question, to doubt, to resist change. But remember, these doubts are not your true self speaking. They are old patterns, old beliefs that no longer serve you. When doubt arises, do not fight it. Instead, observe it with compassion and understanding. Then, gently but firmly, replace it with your I am affirmation. If a voice says, "But I'm not really abundant," respond with I am abundance itself. If it whispers, "I don't deserve love," counter with I am love incarnate. This is not denial of your current circumstances. It is a recognition of a deeper truth, a truth that exists beyond the temporary conditions of your life. You are not lying to yourself. You are aligning yourself with your true nature, your divine essence. As you practice these affirmations, you may find that your external circumstances do not change immediately. This is perfectly normal. Remember, you are working at the level of cause, not effect. The outer world is a reflection of your inner state, and it may take time for this reflection to fully manifest. But even as you wait for the outer changes, notice the inner transformation that begins immediately. Notice how you feel more centered, more peaceful. Notice how you begin to see opportunities where before is only obstacles. Notice how your relationships become more harmonious, how your work becomes more fulfilling. These inner changes are the true measure of your progress, for as you change within, the outer world cannot help but reflect this change. It is law as immutable as gravity. Your task is simply to hold steady in your new consciousness, to persist in your declarations of I am, regardless of appearances. Let us now explore how these morning affirmations can be integrated into your daily life. For these are not mere words to be recited and then forgotten. They are seeds planted in the fertile soil of your subconscious mind, seeds that will grow and bear fruit if nurtured consistently. Begin each day with these affirmations. As you wake, before your feet touch the floor, declare I am abundance, I am love, I am prosperity, I am success, I am gratitude. Feel the power of these words coursing through your being, setting the tone for your entire day. As you go about your daily activities, let these affirmations be your constant companions. When faced with a challenge, remind yourself I am success. When interacting with others, embody the truth that I am love. When making financial decisions, know that I am prosperity. But don't stop at mere repetition. Let these affirmations inform your actions, your decisions, your very way of being in the world. If you are abundance, how would you carry yourself? If you are love, how would you treat others and yourself? If you are prosperity, what choices would you make? If you are success, how would you approach your work? If you are gratitude, how would you perceive the world around you? Live from this place of I am, and watch as your world transforms. For you are not merely affirming these truths, you are embodying them, becoming them in every cell of your being. Now, let us a common misconception about these affirmations. Some may think that by declaring I am abundance or I am success, they are somehow denying or ignoring the challenges in their lives. This is not the case at all. These affirmations are not about ignoring reality. They are about choosing which reality you wish to align with. You see, my dear friends, there are infinite realities existing simultaneously. The reality you experience is the one you give your attention to, the one you align with through your thoughts, feelings, and declarations. When you say, I am abundance, you are choosing to align with the reality where abundance is your natural state. This doesn't mean that challenges disappear magically, but it does mean that you approach these challenges from a place of abundance, rather than that from a place of power, rather than victimhood. And this shift in perspective changes everything. For example, if you face a financial challenge while holding the consciousness of I am prosperity, you will approach it with confidence and creativity. You will see it not as a problem to be feared, but as an opportunity to demonstrate your innate prosperity. And from this state of mind, solutions will present themselves that may have been invisible to you before. Similarly, if you encounter a difficult person or situation while affirming I am love, you will respond from a place of compassion and understanding rather than defensiveness or anger. This doesn't mean you become a doormat, quite the contrary. It means you operate from a place of such inner security and self-love that you can extend love to others without depleting yourself. As you continue with these morning affirmations, you may find that your definition of abundance, love, prosperity, success, and gratitude begins to expand. Abundance becomes more than just material wealth. It becomes an overflow of joy, creativity, and positive experiences. Love extends beyond romantic relationships to encompass a general state of harmony and connection with all of life. Prosperity reveals itself as more than financial well-being. It becomes a state of thriving in all areas of life, of having more than enough to share generously with others. Success transcends societal definitions to become a deep sense of fulfillment and purpose. And gratitude evolves from a reactive state to a proactive one where you are thankful not just for what you have, but for what is yet to come. This expansion of consciousness is a natural result of aligning with your true self through these affirmations. As you consistently declare and embody these truths, you will find that your awareness grows, your perception deepens, and your capacity for joy and fulfillment increases exponentially. Now let us address the role of patience and persistence in this practice. The power of these affirmations lies not in saying them once or twice, but in making them a consistent part of your life. Just as a single workout doesn't transform your physical body, a single affirmation doesn't instantly change your life circumstances. It is the consistent, persistent application of these truths that brings about lasting change. Think of it as reprogramming your subconscious mind. For years, perhaps decades, your subconscious has been operating on certain beliefs and patterns. These morning affirmations are like uploading new software to your mental computer. It takes time and repetition for this new programming to take full effect. But here's the beautiful truth. Even as you wait for the full manifestation of these affirmations in your outer world, you can enjoy the benefits immediately in your inner world. The peace, the joy, the sense of empowerment that comes from aligning with your true self is available to you right now in this very moment. So be patient with yourself and with the process. Trust that as you consistently affirm and embody these truths, your outer world will inevitably align with your inner state. The universe has no choice but to reflect back to you what you hold as true within yourself. As we near the end of our time together this morning, I want to remind you of a fundamental truth. You are not separate from the creative power of the universe. You are one with it, an individualized expression of it. When you say, I am, you are speaking from this place of oneness, this place of infinite potential. Your task then is not to become something you are not. It is to remember and embody what you have always been. These affirmations are not about adding something to yourself, but about removing the veils of limiting beliefs that have obscured your true nature. As you go forth from this moment, carry with you the consciousness of I am. Let it infuse every aspect of your being, every action you take, every word you speak. Know that as you do this, you are not just changing your own life. You are contributing to the elevation of consciousness for all humanity. For we are all connected, all part of the same infinite sea of consciousness. As you rise, you lift others with you. As you embody abundance, love, prosperity, success, and gratitude, you make it easier for others to do the same. This is your gift to the world, your unique contribution to the evolution of human consciousness. And so, my dear friends, I leave you with this final affirmation. I am the light of the world. Feel the truth of these words. You are not just a physical body, not just a personality, not just a collection of experiences and memories. You are the light of consciousness itself, shining brightly in this world. Let this light shine forth in all that you do. Let it guide you in your decisions, in your relationships, in your work. Let it be a beacon of hope and inspiration for all who cross your path. For as you recognize and embody your true nature, you give others permission to do the same. Remember, the power to transform your life lies within you. It always has, and it always will. These morning affirmations are simply a way of tapping into that power, of bringing it to the forefront of your awareness. Use them wisely, use them consistently, and watch as your life transforms in miraculous ways. Go forth now, embodying the truth of your being. Declare with confidence and joy, I am abundance, I am love, I am prosperity, I am success, I am gratitude. Let these words be your constant companions, your guiding light, your very breath. For you are all of these things and more. You are the infinite potential of the universe, expressing itself in human form. Embrace this truth. Live from this awareness and watch as your world transforms before your very eyes. And always remember, my dear friends, that the greatest affirmation of all is simply this, I am. For in these two words lies the power to create worlds, to shape realities, to manifest dreams. You are the I am forever and always. Let this be your morning song, your daily meditation, your eternal truth. As we conclude our time together, I want you to take a moment to feel the energy that has been generated through these affirmations. Feel the vibration of truth resonating within you. This energy is not separate from you, it is you. It is the essence of your being awakened and activated through your conscious recognition and declaration. Carry this energy with you throughout your day. Let it inform your thoughts, your words, your actions. When you encounter challenges, remember that you are the I am that is greater than any obstacle. When you experience moments of doubt, recall the truth of your being, abundance, love, prosperity, success, and gratitude incarnate. As you move through your day, be aware of the subtle shifts that occur within you and around you. Notice how your perception changes, how your interactions with others become more harmonious, how opportunities seem to align effortlessly with your desires. This is not coincidence, it is the natural result of your alignment with your true self. Remember that this practice of morning affirmations is not a one-time event, but a lifelong journey of self-discovery and self-realization. Each day brings new opportunities to deepen your understanding, to expand your consciousness, to more fully embody the truth of your being. Embrace this journey with joy and anticipation, knowing that each step brings you closer to the full expression of your divine potential. Finally, as you go forth from this moment, know that you carry within you the power to transform not just your own life, but the entire world. For as you embody these truths, you become a living affirmation, a walking testament to the power of the I am. Your very presence becomes a blessing. You're like a sacred gift to all of creation. Go forth then and be the light that you are, shining brightly for all to see.